attach all these documents in PDF files, clean and clear, and you upload them. Remember, you are telling them that you are sponsoring yourself. So your business documents and all the tax registration and probably receipt. So guys, today we are going to be talking about the proof of funds to study in Canada. Now, I received a couple of questions from most of you asking me about how much you need to prove in order to migrate to this country. Remember, there are a lot of things you need to consider here. First, let me draw your attention to these few things before I will talk detailedly about the proof of funds and what you are going to be doing. Remember, point number one, I have always said that if you do not have a lot of money, just make sure that you get an admissions offer, then you plead with people to give you this particular document, because what holds your visa application, a lot of internationals don't know, is the fact that you are not showing sufficient amount of money. Or in case most visas, let me put it this way, most visas are rejected because of insufficient financial means, and again, home ties, or what you are going to show to the officials that you are going to return, or prove to them that you are going to return when you come back or when you finish the program. Now, I will be talking more on the proof of funds, and I'm not going to focus about home ties or anything, but let me draw your attention to the fact that if you really want to succeed with your visa application, please make sure you watch this video till the end. The very first thing you need to do for me is to like this video, because if you like the video, YouTube is going to show it to other people, all right, that may be interested in watching. Please do like the video, and do not forget to share to at least one person. Now, let's talk about what is proof of funds and what you are going to do in order to document that you have sufficient amount of money to apply for your study visa. I'm going to be talking basically about study visa. I may talk about other visa categories, but note that this is only for your study visa application. Proof of funds is the amount of money or the state of your budget, or what you are going to be showing to the officials to allow them give you a visa. What you are going to be showing to them is how much money you have, or how much your sponsors have, that will be able to take care of you in Canada while you are studying for 1 year. Remember, it doesn't matter how many years your program is, but what you need to show to them is that you have enough money to take care of yourself for at least 1 year. This money is for your accommodation, your feeding, your transportation, and any other utility that you need to afford. It is not your tuition fee, so please make sure you watch very well. Now, according to the officials or Canadian officials, all right, you have to show at least 10,000 Canadian dollars in order to live in Canada for 1 year. This is the money according to the Canadian officials. Now, remember I said this is not your tuition fee, and this is not your miscellaneous or your flight ticket. So this money, first of all, before you apply to any university or any college in Canada, make sure you have at least 10,000, or you know where you are going to get this money from. That is the first thing, 10,000. Remember, this is for an adult. A kid or somebody who is below 18 years is going to be showing at least 4,000, 5,000 Canadian dollars. This is to explain to those of you that will be moving with kids or family. All right, so you should know how much you are looking at if you want to apply for a study permit to Canada. Where are you going to be doing the application for the study permit? In the IRCC portal. IRCC. I am explaining this because I came across someone few days ago. She told me that her agent did booking for her appointment to go and do biometrics, and she paid 200k. Please, these things you can do them yourself. Even if you find difficulties doing admissions, you can do all these things yourself. But again, if you cannot do them, then that is when you need the services of intellectuals. Now, let's go detailedly into the proof of funds. According to the Canadian officials, you need 10,000 Canadian dollars convert to your own local currencies, not US dollars, Canadian dollars. Now, that is the first thing you need to put into consideration. You must not have this money. I talked about, there is a video on this channel. I said, if you are broke, you should follow the video and follow everything I said in that video. I did it 3 days ago. Check my channel and watch that video. It's around 10k views. All right, so check that and watch it. Now, if you are documenting money, you need to put 10k into consideration. That is the first thing. Now, who are the people who can sponsor you? Let's start from the people that can sponsor you. First, you can be your own sponsor. Secondly, your father can be your sponsor. Thirdly, your mother can be a sponsor and your brother or sisters can be a sponsor. In most other cases, companies or people related to you can be a sponsor. But hey, remember the order in which I gave you: yourself, your father, your mother, or your siblings. These are the people. If you ask my opinion, I will say that go for this particular sponsorship method. Now, how are you going to be showing that you can sponsor yourself? Let me begin with you. You as an individual who is going to study in this particular country called Canada, you need to show 10K first, dollars. Then if you are going to be sponsoring yourself, let's say your tuition fee is 10,000 Canadian dollars for 1 year and you are going to be studying the program for 1 year. All you need now to show again to the embassy or the immigration or IRCC is that you have another 10,000 for your tuition fee and another 10,000 for your living expenses. So in total, you need 20K Canadian dollars in your own bank account or in your father's bank account or mother's or siblings bank account to study in Canada. All right, this is not all the money you need. Remember, I said you should watch till the end so that I can give you the breakdown of the things you need to do. I am saying this from experience, so remember everything I said is according to my own personal experience and research capabilities. Do not quote me wrongly. Now, another thing you need to do is you already proved that your tuition fee is 10K. Then according to IRCC, you need to show 10K as well. So now you need to show 20K in your bank account. This is in case you are sponsoring yourself. Now remember, there is a flight ticket, so increase the money a little bit. Remember, there is something called miscellaneous expenditures. Increase the money again a little bit. Let's assume your flight is 1K dollars or maybe $1,500 and miscellaneous $600 or $800. Increase the money, but make sure you have 10K for your tuition fee and 10K for IRCC recommendations, which means you need at least 20K in your bank account. Now let's go to the other options. Remember, you are sponsoring yourself. This is not all about you. Now you are sponsoring yourself. You are telling them that you have 20K in your bank account. You as a student going to study in a foreign country. Now that is no problem. You can have that money. But how did you get that money? Where did the money come from? This is where, if you do not show the documents how you got that money, you would be rejected. I bet you, if you do not do this, you would be rejected. Now, before I continue with this, someone was saying that drafting a letter of intent or a motivation letter is not really necessary with all this. If you are applying for a visa, let me tell you that never you apply for a study visa, a visitor visa, or what type of visa with the Canadian embassy if you are not writing. If you are not ready to write a motivation letter to explain your reason, do not write. It's called letter of intent or probably a motivation letter. Do not apply for it because it is a very big problem. Now let's go further. I was talking about how you got that money. You cannot be telling the embassy that you have 11 million, 12 million, 13 million, or maybe 20,000, 25,000 Canadian dollars in your bank account and you are not telling people how you got that money. Do you work? If yes, attach a copy of your official employment offer. Do you have pay slips where your company is paying you? Of course, attach a company of your pay slips from your company. This is going to help you a lot, all right, in what you are going to do or in the visa application. Now, another thing is, do you have a business? If you have a business that is giving you that money, excellent. Do you have the business registration documents? That is the first thing. Do you have the tax registration document of the business? That is another thing. Do you have the insurance of the business? In fact, all the documents that when you register for a business, they give you, all right, when you are trying to register a business. If you don't know, ask people that have registered businesses, not private business, registered businesses. Then all these documents, do you have them? If yes, attach all of them one after the other. Then the payment receipt that you first of all did the payment, because there are some colleges that will ask you to pay first deposit of your tuition fee. Sometimes they will charge you a 500 Canadian dollars, sometimes they will charge 1,500. Attach all these documents in PDF files, clean and clear, and you upload them. Remember, you are telling them that you are sponsoring yourself. So your business documents and all the tax registration and probably receipts of payments or of sales of your business or products from your company, and photographs of yourself in your business or in your shop or at your business location would help you to get this visa. This is fact. Many people will not tell you. Attach photographs of yourself at your business site. That is in a case you are sponsoring yourself. Now, if your parents are sponsoring you, your father or mother, then you should get their bank statement. Don't forget that bank attestation will equally help you in one way or the other. Get their bank statements, all right? Then bank attestations, of course. How did they get money? Do they work? Where are they working? Do they have employment offer letters and pay slips? Attach all these documents, all right, and submit to your visa application. Your sibling, same. If your sibling lives in the same country, Canada or US, are they legal? Do they have a job? Where do they work? Do they pay them using pay slips? Attach all these documents. These are the things that you need to know so far as your visa application is concerned, right? Remember, I said business license, tax registration clearance or tax clearance certificate. Then you have the insurance and the certificate of registration of the business. These are the documents you need. Now, some other international students, I was speaking to somebody yesterday. She was like, Milton, I have all the money in my account, even more than that, but how do I go about this? Because my parents are farmers. Of course, most of us, our parents don't have anything. In this case, I would not say that if you are working, even if you are earning 50k a month, I will not advise you to go and do this application. If you do not have a business, please, that money is a lot of money. To convince the visa official further, explain to them that you have a business, this is your business, these are the documents, and this is how you get your money. Of course, the motivation letter is going to talk about this in detail. Or I am going to explain how a sample motivation letter is going to look like in another video. That is a letter of intent. All right, some people say it's not important, but it is very, very important. I'm telling you this because I know what I'm talking about, so please make sure you put this into consideration. Now, you need to show proof of funds for a study visa, a visit visa, a business visa, and a family reunion visa. But remember, the proof of funds is not going to be the same. Each visa category has its own amount, so make sure you document the necessary proof of funds. Proof of funds for study visa for 1 year is not going to be the same as proof of funds for visit visa for 6 months. Please pay attention to all these. They are very important. Remember, I said if you are moving you yourself and your husband, of course you need to multiply the proof of funds, and somebody below 18 years should be at least 4,000 5,000 Canadian dollars. Please do not forget all these. They are very, very important. Remember, all right, that I said on the IRCC website, if your school is 1 year program and you are going to be applying for a visa, of course show the embassy or IRCC that you have 10,000 Canadian dollars. Let's do the calculation now. If you are going to be paying your flights maybe 2,000 Canadian dollars, add 2,000 Canadian dollars to the amount of money that you are going to be showing them or you are going to pay your flight with, to make them understand that you have this money in case you are given the visa. You are going to pay your flight without any issue. All right, I hope you understand. Now let's take IRCC requirements. That is 10,000 Canadian dollars. Add to the amount of money, then you are going to see this. Then remember, there should be a miscellaneous you are going to spend. You have some money that in case you have a breakdown you are going to pay for. Let's put the miscellaneous at 1,000. Let's just assume that all this money is going to sum up to like maybe 23, 24, 25,000 Canadian dollars. That should be the amount in your account. Now, if you do not tell them that you have a business, if you are just working, you work and you feed, you pay rents, they assume that you are doing all of these things. How come you have such money in your account? Please be sure to show them a lot of documents. Another thing you need to understand is that the Canadian embassy or your visa processing, you are not going face to face with anybody. Everything ends at IRCC portal. You will be directed to where to go and do biometrics. Then after that you have to wait for them. It's not like the US embassy where you have to go face to face for interviews. So make sure documents are very important if you must get this visa. I'm telling you this as facts. All right, I hope this is going to help you now, or those of you who have been asking for proof of funds, and see you in another one.